In this video, I'm going to show a few clips and talk about the Eufy X10 Omni Pro RoboVac/mop. The X10 Omni Pro is a self-emptying vacuum mop with built-in mop wash and dryer. The vac empties into a bag inside the base. The base also contains clean and dirty water tanks for the two mops. Keep watching to see how it's been to live with this thing for the past month. I did a lot of research before settling on the X10. I had narrowed it down to basically 3 or 4 vac mops. The others I was considering are the Roborock S7, the Narwhal Frio X Ultra, and the Dream L10S. They were all on sale during Amazon Prime Days in July. There were 2 main reasons I went with the X10, and that is, 1, it had the highest lifting mop, and 2, reviews seem to agree it had the best obstacle avoidance. It uses LiDAR and a camera to map out a room and avoid any obstacles that could cause it to get stuck, which was a major problem with the RoboVac I had before this, the iLifeAce 6. The thing would constantly get caught up on wires and socks, or anything else I forgot to move out of the way. The X10, on the other hand, will actively recognize and avoid wires or anything else that could get wrapped up in the brush. My experience with the obstacle avoidance has been hit or miss, but mostly positive. It struggles a bit with lightweight rugs that easily get moved around and scrunch up when it's trying to vacuum them, but it has yet to get stuck on one. There was one time it didn't manage to see a small cord and got wrapped up, but instead of causing chaos, it stopped and notified me in the app that it was stuck. That's the other thing. The app for this is fantastic. It lets you look at the maintenance status. It lets you map different floors of your home. It lets you select a lot of different ways to clean. You can clean by whole floor, specific rooms, or defined zones. When it gets to a cleaning area, it'll first go around the edge to get an outline, and then it'll do a nice back and forth pattern for the cleaning. It'll periodically return to the base to empty the dustbin or wash the mops, and it'll return to charge as needed, resuming cleaning once it has enough juice. The app will tell you where the vac found obstacles and what it identified them as. If you turn on the photo feature, it'll show you a picture of the obstacle within the app. You can see a map of where the vac cleaned and the routes it took. The map can take a few seconds to update, so I wouldn't say that it's in real time. This is still handy, because if your X10 somehow manages to get lost, you can easily find it and take it back to its home. The wear parts are easily user replaceable, as is surprisingly the battery. The app has videos on how to replace the various things. Overall, I'd say this is a great way to keep your home clean and prolong the time needed in between deep cleanings. If you have all hard flooring, then you'll probably have a better experience, because I've found that it tends to either leave a patch of unmopped floor around rugs and carpets, or it gets a little too close to the edge of a carpet before fully lifting the mops, leaving a slight wet area. In this clip, you can see that it decided not to mop near the edge of the carpet. I have the carpeted room marked as a no mop zone in the app. You can also see a little bit of dirt hanging off the vac's poop hole. This is where it connects to the dock to self-empty. The missed mop might be a result of my messing with the map, and might be resolved by toggling the edge mopping feature. have to say that even when the floor appears clean, the mop water is always dirty. The mop uses a surprisingly large amount of downward force and actually scrubs the floors. Eufy claims it's 1 kilogram of downward force. You want to make sure you empty the dirty water often, or it could start to stink up the tank. Once the dustbin is emptied, it'll start washing the mops.
Finished washing lot. Resuming cleaning.
I've poured a capful of Pine Sol into the clean water tank, and that seems to work well. It's supposed to detangle the brush whenever it comes to the dock to empty, but I've found that feature does not work at all. The brush is constantly filled with hairs that have to be cut out, so that is something to keep in mind, and it is by far my biggest gripe with this machine. Overall, I'm satisfied with my purchase. If anything, it'll prolong the time between deep cleanings. The app has already been updated with useful new features regarding the multi-floor mapping, and I believe it and the vacuum will keep getting better. It's definitely a big upgrade from my previous RoboVac, which just ran around randomly until it got stuck under the couch. If you have any questions about the Eufy Omni X10 Pro, leave a comment below. If you own this or a different RoboVac/mop, I'd like to know what your thoughts are. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as it'll help me grow my channel into something bigger and better. I appreciate your support.